back once again with the ill behaviour.
Yes! It's the first time I've scored a hat-trick since I was on the playground in 2001.
Oh, get it!
What a mightyful, beautiful day.
What a mightyful, beautiful day of the news as well. It's a Ross-flavoured man and a Tom-flavoured man.
What would you taste like if you were a flavour, Tom?
I'd be like sickly sweet.
I would be like Strongbow dog fruit, I reckon, with a hint.
Oh.
With a hint.
Regret.
Of regret and sadness. And self-pity.
Taste yourself whilst we deliver the news. CM Punk has been called out by Seth Rollins and The Fiend. Which WWE superstar does Brandy Rhodes want in AEW? And a SmackDown star has had their name changed again. We'll get to that in a little bit. Look in my eyes. What do you see? CM Punk means news videos 3.
Clutching a bit there, Tom, I'm not going to lie to you.
Mate, straws. Straws. CM Punk, who you may or may not have heard, is a bit back on WWE television. We have to be
But not hired by the company. He works for Fox, not WWE. But Fox got their blessing, we've learned over the past couple of hours.
It was a deal that was brokered by Fox, and they said, look, you know, we really want him in, but WWE, are you all right with it? And they
Just
went,
imagine the Fox executive like a young child asking their dad if he can buy a sweetie or something, like, Vince, can we have Phil on this programme? Yes, you can, damn it!
well, I don't know. I'm sure he played hardball for a little while. No longer mere than a few hours. Push sentence right back out through face. CM Punk has been back connected with the WWE for just a few hours, and already people are queuing up to give him a little bit of a fight, isn't they? A little bit of a fight.
Money, 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 dollar, 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 dollar. That's what everyone is saying.
I know. I'll tell you, we've got a lot of money, and what's a little bit more?
Who?
Your mate, Seth Rollins.
My mate, Seth. I wish he was my friend.
Sethany Rollins has tweeted out simply, "Fight me, CM Punk."
So is he? I reckon. Fight me. We don't. When people are wrestling, they don't have a fight. Do you reckon he's calling out for a bit of MMA?
Ooh.
Do you reckon Seth Rollins fancies his chance inside the cage?
Do you reckon he's just going to give him a little bit of a pop, a little bit of a scrap, a little bit of a real
little bit
scrap?
of those dragon sleeper hold things.
Get me in a dragon immediately. So quite possibly.
Absolutely not. I'm just talking politics.
No, he might be. They might have had a fallout years ago.
Oh, there's the fight. Forget about these superstars we're about to talk about. The real money fight is CM Punk versus Corey Graves.
Oh, yeah.
So when he's like, loyalty is everything in punk rock. Here are the rules of punk rock. Rule number 1 through 150. CM Punk, I still love you, Phil.
But don't like you.
So it's the fight you want.
CM Punk versus Corey Graves confirmed. Corey Graves hasn't called out CM Punk. Seth Rollins has. And we've had an interesting tweet from Bray Wyatt, who just says, I saw you.
Because obviously back in the day when they were all in the Nexus, I have lost the ability to speak since we've last been here. Phil was the leader. I keep calling him Phil. CM Punk was the leader. Husky Harris, who of course then gave birth to Huskus the Pig Boy, was in the Nexus, and then they had a whipping thing and Husky was kicked out to go and raise Huskus.
And they show a picture of CM Punk giving Husky Harris a bit of a hiding backstage.
Quite kinky, isn't it? Justin Gabriel holding them up.
Oof. A little bit cheeky. And also in this same tweet is a picture of CM Punk being attacked by Harper, Rowan and Bray Wyatt, I believe in the Royal Rumble.
Maybe. I can't remember.
Tell me if I'm wrong. But it plays in to the Fiend's character to call out CM Punk. We're not getting Punk Fiend, but it plays into the character.
Hey, someone clip that out, and if we do get it, put it on Twitter, and Tom will be embarrassed.
I'd rather be happy than right any day. So it plays in well to the Fiend's character, I think, to have this. I love the fact that he's literally just been a couple of hours since it's all happened, and now we've got wrestlers going, come on then!
Well, you've got to get the retweets, haven't you? We all know that Twitter is all about the retweets. We don't care what we tweet, but if we get retweets for it, we're all on board, because these wrestlers know CM Punk is not employed by WWE. They know he's just employed by Fox. They know, as things stand, we cannot see CM Punk wrestling because he doesn't have a WWE contract, unless they know something we don't know.
I tell you who knows something that we didn't know until last night. Renee Young, right? So it's turning out, as it's transpiring, that the number of people who knew CM Punk was there, as we speculated in a previous video, was indeed very small. Renee Young knew, and that was it.
I saw Ryan Satan tweeting that he didn't know.
No, Ryan normally knows all things. I know what? I think if I ever need to have a secret kept, I'm going to tell Renee Young.
Yeah, she's done very well there, unless everyone's just kayfabing us for the magic and the spirit of everything.
I don't know, I do feel like she kept that a secret because, like, the sheer look of joy on her face when CM Punk's music hit, like, she was looking around to gauge the reaction of her
I couldn't concentrate because all I could hear was Paige going like, "Is this a rib? Is this a rib?"
Seth Rollins burning it down again. It's bloody rubbish that, burning it down.
Paige gave me the impression that she knew just the way that she was acting on. But still, if they didn't know, excuse me, that's a wonderful thing.
Did you know?
An organic thing. No, I didn't know.
You sure?
I did know when I woke up in bed in the middle of the night in a cold sweat.
Yeah, but that's a slightly different thing you knew.
Yeah.
But more on that another time. So Brandy was having a chat at StarCast about the WWE roster and who she would like to bring
AEW,
in.
speaking about WWE.
I know,
That's so hypocritical of me considering how many pot shots we did way back at the start of this company. But anyway, that's...
filthy. Speaking at the StarCast for fan convention, Brandy was asked which WWE star she'd like to bring to AEW.
And which one would she like, Timothy?
Brandy said, quote, "I would take Alexa Bliss in a heartbeat. I love Bliss. I love her. I feel like she's got something. She is a multi-dimensional talent."
I mean, I can't argue.
No, neither can I. I mean, it's you know what? When you work for a major company like WWE, it's always nice to hear other people from other companies saying nice things about you. It means you've got options.
Paint your ego. It means you've got options. You're a very cynical man at times. You are.
It's just nice that when the veneer finally fades on me, I'll go work at Wrestling with Regret with Brian Zane. We'll have a lovely time.
As if he would want you.
Fair point, well made. Yeah, Alexa Bliss in AEW. I mean, it's not going to happen.
It would be
nice
very interesting.
Yeah.
Like, because she is very much sports entertainment WWE, whereas AEW, while they are doing that very well, I must say, it is a little bit different, isn't it? It's a little bit more gritty. Does Alexa Bliss fit into the grittiness? I guess she can be. She's a very sassy lady when she wants to be, with all of the facial expressions and the sass.
All that sass.
She drinks lots of tea, sisters. Is that how it goes?
Oh, sip some tea. I think that's what the cool kids do.
Drinking the wrong tea, sis.
Hey, get out.
Alexa likes coffee.
Is the drink your tea thing? And we'll get back to wrestling in a minute. Is the sipping tea thing based on the Kermit the Frog gif?
Probably. You see it a lot, don't you?
Yeah, when people go, I'm going to sip some tea, does that mean like I'm going to spit real?
I reckon it's from that time someone cracked open the top of Mr. T's head and drank his brain.
Oh, I love that episode. That was excellent. Staying with AEW, Nick Jackson has given us a little indication of what's coming for AEW next year. Now, they've outlined some of the shows they're doing next year, but somebody asked the question about the win-loss record. How do you feel about the win-loss record at AEW first?
Love it. It makes everything, apart from, I know there was more of a story with Emi Sakura and Riho because of the teacher-student thing. When they put most of their eggs in the wins-loss basket, easy for me to say, for Emi to get the shot, it felt a bit like, because she had, at the time when the match was announced, she had 1 win and 2 defeats to her name, but people have better win-loss records. But I might be reading too much into that. I do like it, though, when things make sense and people have done things to get where they are, instead of, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair getting the tag team championship shot because Natalya was off.
She's going to return a library book, so you're the normal contenders. Have fun with that. According to AEW, if you enjoy the win-loss record, you'll be pleased to know, Ross, that it is indeed sticking around and it's going to reset every single year.
I read this earlier and I was a bit tinged with sadness. While I can fully... Because I just wanted to see the graphic of Kenny Omega walking out. 1,776 wins, 233 draws, and 712 losses.
So you wanted it just to rack up into ridiculous numbers.
I love historical numbers, mate.
But then any kind of sporting competition, like American football, like the Premiership, has seasons. So this is AEW sort of looking at it as a season. And do you know what? I'm fine with this because it means, like, say you have somebody who's on a losing streak. Like, the argument so if you have somebody who's on their old losing streak gimmick, I can't quite get away. Okay, for example, Kurt Hawkins. If Kurt Hawkins in the WWE, and if WWE had the win-loss record thing, right, Kurt Hawkins would just be done. Because he's lost so much that there's no way he could rack that number back up.
So let's say, the end of the season is Christmas for AEW, and Kurt Hawkins was in AEW losing every single week. What if, like, he's 0 and 200 or whatever the win-loss record would say, and he came back in January, then he just won 50 matches in a row. That's a disconnect that's too much for my brain to compute?
Maybe they'll still have it so they still take a while to get back into it, but I think then if they want to do something like a losing streak gimmick, they're not painting themselves into a proverbial corner at the end of it where they go, okay, we've changed our mind on this guy, we now want them to challenge for a belt. Oh wait, we're hoisting by our own petard because he's 350 losses to 2 wins, so now we can't do that.
I do like seasons though.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's very sporting, isn't it? Just all sports.
Well, like the divisions at the end, like the rankings at the very end, so like you have a match where they play for second or stuff like that.
Yeah, medals. Yeah. They like medals in AEW, don't they?
Give them all medals.
Participation.
Giving you an update now on former WWF Light Heavyweight Champion, former ECW World Champion,
My paper's out of control, I'm sorry.
TNA multiple champion, Jerry Lynn, who will be undergoing surgery shortly. Undergrowing? He's not very tall. He's undergoing surgery very shortly. He's not been at AEW where he works as the producer for a little while due to a health issue. It turns out it's a bulging disc that he's had in his back that now requires surgery. He gave his body to wrestling for so long, and now he needs to get it fixed.
He had me really worried last week when he said, I'm not going to be at the shows this week because I need a scan. I forget which, was it a CAT scan, MRI scan? MRI scan. It had me really worried. So to hear this is a little bit of a relief in a weird way.
Jerry Lynn did that thing that really annoying people do on Facebook where they just check into the hospital with no context. Like, mate, are you okay? Inbox me.
It is still really severe, and I bet, the surgery will take its toll and whatnot, but thank goodness it's nothing worse.
Yeah, well, he has tweeted, he said he went over the MRI with the doctor today, speaking as today, getting surgery for a bulging disc on November the 29th. Good news is 3 to 4 week recovery.
Piece of piss.
Hey, welcome back. And final more. A WWE superstar is changing their name again, according to WWE.com. Remember when Mustafa Ali lost the Mustafa?
Can you tell me why Mustafa Ali lost his Mustafa?
He just left it on a park bench, presumably. Well, it turns out that he's got his Mustafa back.
He's got his mojo back.
Literally got his Moose-Stew.
His Moose-Stew back.
Moose-Stew back. And on WWE.com, he is now once again listed as Mustafa Ali.
Good.
Now, exactly. There's been quite a few cases in the wrestling world where wrestlers have lost a first name or a surname, and sometimes they get lost in history, which is why, Ross Twiddell, I am inviting you to play our brand spanking new game, Crumbs, Where's My Name Gone? Nice. Ross, I'm going to give you some wrestlers, and you're going to tell me what the missing part of their name is. It might be first name, it might be last name.
I wish you'd briefed me on this, Tom. I would have done some homework,
That's
some
why
research.
That's why I didn't. Okay,
God, I'm ready.
Start easy. Cesaro.
Antonio.
Boom, shaka laka.
Get in.
Rusev.
Alexander.
Boom.
Get in.
Neville.
Adrian.
Oh!
Yes.
On fire. Everyone's terrified. Elias.
Samson.
Yes.
Yes. Come on.
Big E.
Langston.
Oh!
Yes.
Connor and Victor.
Of the Ascension. Yeah. The Ascension's gone missing.
I know.
Did they have names?
They did.
God, I've no idea.
Both Connor and Victor had names before this.
Different or the same?
One was a surname, one was a first name.
Rick Victor.
Boom, boom, boom.
Connor the Crusher. I've got no
Different
idea.
guy.
I've got no idea.
Think old school Crystal Maze.
Old school Crystal Maze I never watched. Bald.
I'm gonna give you. I'll get half a point on that one. It was Conor O'Brien.
Oh God, from the Rat Phase.
Yeah.
I forgot about that completely.
Concluding the first ever and maybe last ever edition of Crumbs. Where's My Name Gone?
Do you know
what you've won?
I don't know.
Speedboat.
Speedboat,
mate. It's parked outside.
Not going to do one of those bullseye things with here's what you could have actually won if you got that last one right.
You've won yourself a motorised scooter. Congratulations.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. And if you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can play us to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Hit subscribe and join us.